Our third 7 furlong race on the card. We got the maiden, the conditions, now we've got the good one, the handicap.
The handicap.
55 to 70, so you've got some quality race horses in here. I've got 2 in here, so you go first. There you go. I got 2 runners.
Which one do you like the best out of your 2?
First Night.
Right, and that's I've actually picked the First Night because
If it was on Maidan, I'd go Mark to Market.
Yeah.
If it was there, I'd go First Night.
he's a course and distance. I know he's a funny horse, isn't he? To start off, you've got to catch him right.
Actually, no. What I'll say is, and I've said this a few times to some of the syndicate members, and it might just start to be dropping. It's not that he's a funny horse. I think he can win in his grade.
Yeah.
After he won, the only races for him were in a slightly better grade, 60 to 85. He come up against Funnigan, breaking the track record, which has since been broken. I think 60 to 85. Then the next time, he's back into his grade, 50 to 70. I was saying 2 weeks ago, when he got beat, then 2 out, he was travelling beautifully.
Yeah.
In fact, at 2 out, I thought, my God, he's going to win this. I just think it was just too tough a grade for him. The horses are slightly better. If he's able to bully a weak field, and this isn't a great field,
No, it's not good.
if he's able to bully a weak field, he'll have a chance.
Yeah.
So that's why I fancy First Night. Marquis, he'll be staying on at the end, he'll be trying for you, as he always does, but I'm not sure he absolutely loves that hill, where First Night's not bothered by it.
I put a line through a few of these horses because 1400 is too short for them.
Yeah.
I think I nearly did that for Mark to Market as well. Funny enough, but
He's won over. Actually, he's a horse we've had a trip.
Sure.
To be honest.
Sure. But there are quite a few here that just need a bit further. But Capital Market is a 7 furlong horse. He's been really out of form. Another horse, Sir Whalem, Drubas, has just lost a little bit of form recently.
Yeah.
Al Marmoon is a horse that was been struggling at 7, moved up to 1800 last time, struggled at that, and is back to struggling at 7 again for me. So really, I really thought the horse I would pick is a horse that's a course and distance winner, and that's why I went First Night.
I mean, I'm the same as you. I went through and crossed a few out and thought, you've got to give something to Lord Provost from his last one, but he needs further.
He's been off a long while.
But he needs further. This is a prep run. You can never knock Fowsy. Fowsy's a good trainer. North Pole would have a chance, but you've also got to look down the bottom.
I think the weather will be too warm for North Pole.
For North Pole, yeah. hard Divorce is definitely bred for this track. Hard Spun, Storming Fever, Mare. Definitely love this track. If it hadn't have won that maiden in the UK, I would have said it would be all over, a big chance in the maiden. Unfortunately, I just feel, to be honest, it's a little bit short for him.
I do. Yeah, because if you read the comments there, he stayed on to win the 1700 metres. And
so, I know it's a hill, but
I know. But
you then can look at Court Paris, who Tig's on. Pat Dobbs had picked First Night, so couldn't go above Pat. But Tig won on First Night. He knows what the horse is all about. This horse's form at Maidan isn't very good last race against Touch Gold, Court Paris. But you go back a couple of runs to Jebel Ali, it was a length behind First Night.
Yes.
The problem is he's actually worse off in the weights because of that. And he was staying on at the end. He's not going to be carrying 53 today, he's going to be carrying 57.5. It's not quite as easy to fly at the end. It's easier to keep your lead, if that makes sense. I think First Night has a big chance. I think dropping back to this standard, he's got a nice draw. Pat desperately needs a win in our colours.
See what's interesting to me, when I go around the jockey's room on the stable tours, there's the big amount of lead laying around.
Yeah.
And I always wonder now, do you need a horse that's got carrying? This take First Night, it's carrying 58 kilograms. Do you have a light jockey on there with a big saddle and loads of lead in, or do you get somebody who can have a nice small saddle and do the weight comfortably?
I prefer less lead in the weight.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Karma Chameleon was a classic example. When I was given his saddle at the start of the season to hold, and it was like, are you kidding me? It was like pure lead
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's carrying 60. And the best horse, as an example for running off with less lead in the weight, didn't matter the quality of race, was Clasp. He put him in 60, top of the handicap, he always struggled. You put him in a listed race off 57, he did well. You put him in a handicap where he's carrying bottom, he did well.
Yeah.
But whenever he had to carry that big weight, he was a small horse, it was too much.
That interests me because I feel there's more lead in the saddle. That's not working at all, is it?
It's gonna hinder them
Yeah.
per se. Another one, keeping with the horses to look at, you've got to look at Masaba's horses at Jebel Ali. Still a maiden, and if he hadn't been a maiden, it'd have been in my notebook, but Mutaram. He hasn't run since November, which would put me off because their horses tend to back up very quickly.
Yeah.
But he's got a couple of, he was second to Kama. Say it for me.
Still worries me he's still a maiden after a few runs. And Sylvester, this is a point I'm trying to make. Yeah, how much lead will he have in his saddle?
Load.
A
load.
Even though he's a great jockey, you just can't make that work underneath you.
You have to be a big horse to sort of carry that. But I did end up going for first night because I think this is we've given him a month off. We looked at this race, we targeted this race, and thought, you know what? Let's give him the month. Let's go to that one, and let's go him back for. He's good, fresh. We're going to try and jump heads and have a bit of fun. He doesn't have to lead. You just let him do his own thing. And
no, I think you've got a chance.
Yeah,
I really do.
Okay, so we're both with first night. Race number 5. We've agreed again. Hopefully that won't put the kiss of death on us. First night.